What you're looking at right now is the DJI Action 5 Pro, and I'm currently shooting this in 4K 30, rock steady, ultra wide, and D-Log M. I don't know about you, but it looks like the exposure is kind of spot on. Shooting in auto exposure, by the way. Let's see how it performs when you walk from inside to out. Seems to be doing a pretty good job, right? Oh, and the audio that you're hearing is also from the Action 5 right now. And feels like it's working pretty well. Let's go from outside to in. Also doing a really good job, I gotta say. The screen on this thing is an OLED, which means that you have a better image when you're looking at the screen. It's like more clear, more vivid, more crisp, and more contrast. But one of my favorite things with action cameras nowadays is that they're waterproof without a case. That is like, do you remember when you need to have a case to be able to go down into the water? With this and the previous versions, you don't.
What was I doing? What? Wait, we just like take a bath? I don't. This is not how you do it in Iceland. This is not how you do it in Iceland. What do you mean? What do you mean? Let me show you how you do. Let me show you, okay? This is how you do it in Iceland. This is how you do it in Iceland.
Wow. I didn't really expect myself to end up in Iceland like this, especially not in this kind of weather, but apparently the Action 5 brought me together with this dude.
Yo.
How you doing, bro?
I'm pretty warm. It's a good summer day today.
Last time I was here driving this route, it was sunny. It was perfect.
You had one of the few sunny days in this country.
Oh well. Check this out. The DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro.
The new one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently it has 4 hours of battery time and it has a built-in pressure gauge, which means that it's auto-recording when you jump underwater.
Ah, cool. And doesn't it have like a sick dynamic range too?
Yeah.
I saw like
13.5 stops.
I saw that. Sick.
The camera that I'm using now is like 14 at its peak. Another thing that I'm a huge fan of that this camera has is built-in storage. 47 gigabytes. That basically means that it eliminates the need to have an SD card in your action camera. Let's start vlogging on this camera instead. 3, 2, 1. What do you think about the audio in this thing? Is it good? Oh! It is so cold! Oh, it's so freaking cold, man. So freaking cold. Yes! Oh, I'm telling you. My fingers. Turn the gasoline engine on, my kind sir.
My electric car, it heats up faster than this.
Yeah, but it also dies faster.
Fresh.
Do you know how long it takes for it to boil?
Like a long time.
A freaking ass long time.
I can still put my finger in it.
Like,
I'm kidding.
Yesterday, when we were supposed to eat our dinner, we had to boil some water, but we didn't have any water. We only had carbonated water.
Yeah, we boiled carbonated water like a two idiots.
And we didn't even boil it. This thing took such a long time, so it just got lukewarm. And then we poured the carbonated water into one of these frozen dry food things, and it gave it a little bit of a sting. Is that how you're supposed to eat it?
No. No. Lukewarm carbonated water in this. It's the Icelandic shit, you know.
This guy is supposedly a camper. Nope, I don't believe him. But it was nice. We're gonna do a little bit of a stabilization test, and we're gonna start without any stabilization turned on in camera. Thank you for helping me with the video, man.
Man, pleasure, no problem. And by the way, I think it's you came here.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
It's how you came for us.
All right, take care, man.
See you, man.
Have a good one. Have a good one. All right.
Time to go back,
I guess. Greece? Out of all places? Oh well. I can enjoy this. So, at the recording of this video, I've been playing around with Action 5 Pro for a little bit more than 2 months, and the dynamic range of this camera is wild when you compare it to other cameras. And most of you probably already know that it carries the same sensor, which is kind of a bummer because we would have loved to see a 1-inch sensor, right? I mean, like, I know that I would have loved that, but they've actually improved the chip in the camera, allowing the camera to actually have a wider dynamic range, but also consume way less power than what the previous generation did. And as you can see right now, I'm standing in the shade here in the pool, but if I turn around, we have the sun, it's like gazing here, but looking at the dynamic range, you can see that we're pretty much perfectly exposed, both the sun, the sky, the palm trees, and me, even though I'm standing in the shade, and that is super bright sun right there. When it comes to the actual user interface, I'm gonna say that it is kind of the same as the Action 4, but it just works so good so that there's actually no need to update that. But that is one of the things that I really like about this camera, because it feels so freaking easy to work with. Apparently, this should be able to show you the depth when you're taking it underwater, because it's the built-in pressure gauge. I can take this camera, which is also an Action 5 Pro, and we're going to record this camera so that you can see when I go down how it actually looks when we go to the bottom of the pool. All right? See that? It recorded a depth of 1.2 meters and 13 seconds, and it's actually waterproof up to 20 meters without the dive case, that is. So I want to show you the subject tracking of this camera because it's very impressive for being just an action camera. And it basically scales down from 4K down to 2.7K to keep the digital crop in the image. But check this out, it is very, very good. See this? Right? It looks so much more dynamic than just having a steady action camera placed in the fixed position. Now you can actually play around and have a bit more fun with the shots that you're capturing with your action camera. So what I want to do now is that I actually want to test one of these cameras to see how long they can record for when they are submerged. I don't think anyone on YouTube at the posting of this video has actually done the same test, so maybe I can be the first one. And down we go. Alright, boys and girls, I think that the time has finally come to pick it up. That's the one. But before we go in, take a look at this low light performance. It's pretty much pitch black outside, but it looks really good. Battery's entirely dead. So looking at the camera, you can see that there's multiple clips. There's 5 of them, and I calculated the total sum, and it gave us 186 minutes and 16 seconds, which is more than 3 hours of constant recording, 1.5 meter down underwater. Wild. I think that I've shown you all the features that I would personally use in an action camera and how the Action 5 Pro is actually performed. And I would love to know, what do you think about the Action 5 Pro? Do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? Do you think it was better than the GoPro? Worse than the GoPro? Do drop a comment down below. And yes, I am working on a video comparing this bad boy towards the GoPro 13. Peter from Sweden, out.